Tamil Nadu Chief Minister C. Joseph Vijay has come under criticism for calling an all-party meeting on delimitation with the opposition DMK and the AIADMK, accusing Vijay of using the issue to divert attention from the ongoing Kaveri dispute. Now, Vijay's TVK government in Tamil Nadu is also slated to pass a resolution in the Assembly, formally registering its objection to delimitation in the state. The move comes just days after Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Vijay convened an all-party meeting on the issue. However, on Saturday, only 37 out of the 57 MPs from the state attended the meeting. All 30 MPs of the DMK skipped the meeting. Other opposition parties, including the AIADMK, the PMK, MNM, DMDK, they also skipped the meeting. The meeting came amid reports that the union government may reintroduce the contentious delimitation bill this month. Speaking to the press, DMK leader Kanimozhi called Vijay's all-party meeting a drama intended to divert public attention from the Kaveri issue. The DMK leader reiterated her party's demand for an all-party meeting on the Mekadatu Dam issue, a demand which was rejected by Chief Minister Vijay just last week. Kanimozhi also said that the DMK's stance on a fair delimitation remains steadfast. However, the Congress party hit out at the DMK over its stance on delimitation. Speaking at the anti-delimitation march in Chennai, B. Marikam Tagore called the delimitation exercise a fraud. He also took a dig at DMK's support for a fair delimitation, saying that it is a scam. Now, the simmering differences between former allies Congress and DMK over delimitation further split onto the open over DMK Rajya Sabha MP Kanimozhi NVN Somu's remarks. Speaking in Chennai, she said that in politics, nobody can be called a friend or an enemy forever, stressing that the DMK would support whatever was in the best interests of Tamil Nadu. The war of words comes amid reports that the DMK has softened its stance on the issue, with the party laying down three broad conditions in order to extend support for this bill. The first is that it has demanded that the 1971 census should remain the basis for delimitation of Lok Sabha for the next 25 years. The DMK has also sought a 50% increase in Lok Sabha seats for all states. And additionally, it wants the bill to include a state-wise list showing how many seats each state will have following the proposed delimitation exercise. Now, while the union government is yet to formally announce introductions of the contentious bill in Parliament, the issue has already ignited a political slugfest in Tamil Nadu. The opposition DMK and the AIADMK have increasingly cornered Vijay's TVK government over the Kaveri water sharing dispute and the row over the proposed Mekadatu Dam. But with delimitation, the TVK is eyeing to hit back by questioning DMK's changing stance on this issue. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has agreed to hear a petition filed by Vijay's government seeking directions to Karnataka to comply with the Kaveri Water Management Authority's decision to release water to Tamil Nadu. The development comes amid growing confrontation between the TVK and the DMK over the Kaveri dispute. The DMK has been critical of TVK's approach towards the issue, accusing Vijay's government of not putting the state's arguments forcefully. All right, for more on this, I'm now being joined by our principal correspondent, Siddharth MP, who's tracking the latest developments. Joining us from Chennai, Siddharth, what do you make of former DMK MP Kanimozhi's remarks that there are no permanent enemies or friends? Does this signal that the DMK will support this new delimitation bill if it gets introduced?
Certainly, the statement reflects the realpolitik aspect because it clearly shows that in politics, it is the art and science of strange bedfellows. One day they could be opposing each other and another day they could be in an alliance. So that possibility very much exists. But let me also cite another aspect that the DMK's organizational secretary R.S. Bharati had emphasized upon. While NVN Somu, Kanimozhi NVN Somu is a former MP and she does not have the rights to vote for that particular bill, her comments can be taken as one perspective. But at the same breath, I want to just elaborate that DMK's R.S. Bharati, he had highlighted that this bill has not even been been tabled in Parliament. So he went on to say that delimitation is like an unborn child. So we cannot deliberate over what name to give the unborn child. This is the metaphor that he very much took. He said that this bill has not been tabled in Parliament. Only after it is tabled can we go through the draft, scrutinize the bill, go through every single point, and then analyze whether to support it or to not support it. He also went on to say that DMK as a party stands for fair delimitation, a sort of delimitation where Tamil Nadu does not lose its representation and its state rights. So that is what the DMK is maintaining. But at the same time, the party is also saying that if some of their demands are met, they would not mind supporting a fair delimitation exercise, which is that Tamil Nadu's share in the Lok Sabha is about 7.2%. So they want that 7.2% to be locked, and the same share should continue even in the reconstituted parliament where there are about 840 plus members. At the same time, the DMK is also maintaining that the 1971 census should be locked for the foreseeable future, for the next couple of decades. The DMK argues that several southern Indian states have been effective in controlling population over the last 5 decades. Therefore, if a population-based delimitation is done, the southern states would lose a lot and would significantly lose their representation, whereas what is largely regarded as the Hindi heartland, which has a higher share of population, could get disproportionate number of seats. So it is on these grounds that the DMK maintains that a population-based delimitation is not acceptable, but it has to be considering the contributions of different states, and it also has to factor in this one very important aspect that the census has to be frozen as per the 1971 census, and this has to continue for the next few decades. This is the DMK's primary argument, Shivan.
Understood. Siddharth, let's take it over to the Kaveri issue because that remains, and the opposition in Tamil Nadu, they're now saying that Vijay's government is in fact using delimitation to deflect public attention from the Kaveri dispute. Do you find any merit there?
See, this is in fact what has been going on in the assembly for the last couple of last week, I must say, because even prior to that, one of the major issues since the start of this month has been the Kaveri dispute, and Chief Minister Vijay was to travel to Karnataka to meet the Chief Minister there, his counterpart DK Shivkumar. But DK Shivkumar said we cannot meet, and we can only meet when the conditions and the atmosphere is cordial, because there were protests in Karnataka as well from Kannadiga outfits who were opposed to Karnataka sharing water to Tamil Nadu when Karnataka itself is staring at a drought-like situation. Responding to that, Chief Minister Vijay spoke in the assembly and said that he is willing to handle any amount of personal humiliation for the sake of Tamil Nadu's rights and for the sake of Tamil Nadu's welfare. So he went on to say that his government will do whatever it can to secure Tamil Nadu's rights. But yes, the allegation continues from all opposition parties that delimitation is being used as an excuse, as a diversionary tactic. In fact, the DMK and the AIADMK, the two major opposition parties in Tamil Nadu, which is more than half the MPs from Tamil Nadu, they skipped the meeting that Chief Minister Vijay chaired this weekend, and they said very clearly that it's too premature to talk about delimitation. If you really want to talk about a pressing issue, talk about Kaveri, talk about Mekedatu, convene an all-party meeting, and we'll come there and we'll deliberate that, and then we can talk about delimitation. So this was the condition that both opposition parties placed in Tamil Nadu, and since that was not fulfilled, both of them decided to give it a slip, and what eventually took place was barely 1/3 of the MPs representing Tamil Nadu in both houses of parliament, only they came in. Let's remember the fact that TVK as a party has only MLAs and a state government to run. They do not have any representation in parliament. So it was only TVK's allied parties such as the Congress, the left parties, VCK. It was only these parties that brought their MPs to that particular meeting, and it was, as far as the whole Tamil Nadu is concerned, it was a boycott because only 1/3 had attended that particular meeting chaired by the Chief Minister, Shivan.
Siddharth, thanks so much for breaking that down. That was Siddharth MP joining us from Chennai. There will be more. I'll connect with you again.